Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we will be learn another OOPS concept, that is polymorphism. Earlier, I have covered class versus object. Then I have covered that encapsulations. Now it's time for polymorphism. So what does it mean by polymorphism? So it is a Greek word, okay? And the meaning is can take many from, okay? So polymorphism means actually a object can have a multiple form at a time. So that's what it is called as a polymorphism. There is a two types of polymorphism. So that is compile time polymorphism, okay, and another is run time polymorphism, and this is achieved with method overloading, okay, and this is achieved method overriding, okay. So this is the first concept. Now let's understand some real life example, okay, real life example. So now let's assume your case. So you are human being, okay. So at a time you are members of the family. So that time you might be brother or sister of your cousin, okay. At the same times you are a daughter or son of your parents, but when you are going to a bank or any shop, you are a customer for that shop or bank, okay. And when you are going to college, you are a student, but when you are going to any companies for doing the job, so that time your designations got changed, you are a employee of that company. So that is means you are one person acting a multiple role based on the time interval. That is a polymorphism, and this is compile time polymorphism. While compile time polymorphism, because these roles are statics, so when you are reaching at office, that time it's become employee, right? So that's what this is, a compile time polymorphism. Now what about runtime polymorphism? Runtime polymorphism, let's take an example of chameleon. So chameleon change the color based on different time interval, okay. So that's what this is, a runtime polymorphism. Definitely we will try to understand with the help of example. I'll show you the example. And one thing, compile time polymorphism, it's a early binding, it's called runtime polymorphism, it's called late binding, because that object whatever is deciding late, okay, during the runtime, okay, that's what it's a late binding or runtime, okay. Now take a example of simple compile time polymorphism, okay. So let's say I have a class, okay, name is calculator, okay, and now I have to return addition, okay. I have a two variable, integer a, integer b, okay. Then I am returning a plus b, okay. And I have another method which will subtract, okay. So return type is double, sorry, I have another method is add. So return type is double, so double a comma double b, okay. And now I am returning a minus b. Now in this example calculator, I have a two method, you can see, add method an add method, but the signature is different. Different means number of parameters are same, but one is taking integer type, another is taking double type value, right? So in this case, when I'll create the object of calculator class and I'll call add. So let's say I'm creating a object, okay? So calculator, okay? Calculator obj, let's say new calculator, okay? Calculator. So then I am calling obj dot add 1 comma 2. So that time first method will call this because it is matching integer type, okay? But if I give the value of add 1.0, okay, and 2.0, okay, so that time the second method will call, okay. So this is decided during the compile time, not runtime. That's what this is a example of compile time polymorphism, or we can say early binding polymorphism, okay. Now we'll take the example of the runtime polymorphism. So runtime polymorphism, as I mentioned, we can achieve method of overriding. So let's say I have a class called payment, okay. So now in this class what we can write, so let's say void pay, okay, and sopln system.out.println, okay, generic payment, okay. Now my this part is done, and now I have another class called UPI payment, okay, which extends my payment class, okay. And now I am overriding, okay, I am overriding this method, okay, this pay method, okay, void pay, okay, and then I am printing UPI payment, okay. Now this is done. Similarly, I have another class called card payment, okay, which is similarly extend that payment class, okay. And apart from that, the output of this override method is card payment, okay, card payment. And now what happened when we try to create a object? So let's say we are trying to create a object, okay. So let's say payment is my base class, okay, p, and now p is equals to new UPI payment. I am creating the object, okay, new UPI payment, and p dot pay, if I call, then my output would be this UPI payment. My output would not be a generic payment because I am creating the object type of UPI payment. Similarly, if I use like a p is equals to new card payment and then p dot pay, same method if I call, then it will print card payment. So that is means this method called decided actually runtime, and we are achieving this with the help of inheritance, because you can understand, with the extends keyword we can achieve the inheritance, and we are doing the override of this method. and this is the real coding example of the runtime polymorphism. Hope this concept is clear. Still, if you have any doubt, just let me know comment sections. I'll try to give my best answer possible way. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you in next tutorial. Bye bye.